Yo, this is it. I'm Mr. Fade, and you're listening to Attack of the Beats on IllMuzik.com. 5 beats, 5 reviews, that's what I do. And before I get into it, just make sure you go to the Beat Fights and Beat It Up forums and vote on those battles, because we got to get those closed up. It's been lacking for the past while. I don't know why, but we gotta get some votes in on that, because we got activity on the forums, but for some reason people aren't taking the time to vote. So make sure you do that. And spread the word about it too, because that way we'll get some more people interested in it as well. So, yeah. All right, so let's get into it right away. First up, we've got Bar Judah with Rocky Road. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Bar Judah with Rocky Road. So first of all, you only sent it 52 seconds. You have 2 minutes, so make sure you try to do that. Send it in 2 minutes, because that way you have more room to do stuff and something that sounds a little more complete. But for this one, I kind of hear what you're trying to do with this. The way you have that melody. It's like you're trying to work on that part, and then you just have these drums just in the background. So I would say don't worry about the melody just yet. If anything, work on your drums first, because the drums, they were very like faint, like weak sounding in the background, like they just weren't really there. So I've recommended this many times in the past, where if you're having trouble with drums, try to look at some kind of drum kits, some breakbeats or something to use in place of making a drum track. So I'm not sure what you're using to make your beats, but whatever it is, maybe post in the forum, let us know. And definitely try to use something like that. Like, use something that's already pre-made. You don't have to use let's say a breakbeat. You don't have to use it as is. You can if you want, but you could kind of use that as a starting point and build off of that by making your own drum track. Kind of emulate that, or have your a simple drum track that you make, and then have the breakbeat in the background. Lower the volume a bit. That will spice up your drums right there. Then just that alone will make your beat pop a little more, even with a melody like this, where it's just kind of a little bit all over the place. So definitely start with some sort of breakbeat, some sort of drum kit, that like a drum loop, something that's already made, and use that as your starting point, because there's so many possibilities you could do. But definitely start with something like that and focus on that first, because right now you have this melody that's just a little bit all over the place, and then the drums are just pretty much non-existent. So that's why just work on the drums first and then take it from there. All right, so next up we've got Beats by Spur with Oncoming Train. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Beats by Spur with Oncoming Train. So for this one, man, you almost had it. I was like, come on, you should have gone with that. Anyway, but I wasn't crazy about the lead synth right at the beginning, right? It sounded a little bit choppy, I guess, the way it's the way it comes in, the way it's like, I guess it's the attack decay or something. But when you brought in that synth string part to go over that, I thought you're going to continue with that, and you should just go with that. And then I thought you'd go with that part, have this like synth string and use that as your lead then. And then the first part, the first lead, have that continue all the way through, but bring it down in volume and then have it just kind of chilling in the background and stuff. I would say go with that, because what you had there, I was like, I thought you were going that way. I was like, oh shit. Anyway. But just do something like that, because it sounds so much nicer. Like they do blend well together. So I would say go with that synth string, that second part, and focus on the melody for that. And have the other one just chilling in the back. And the drums, I wasn't really paying attention to the drums too much because I was focusing so much on the synth. But the drums, though, definitely they were just kind of there, sitting there in the mix. I think they need some life to them, like I was just saying with the previous battler, is that just have something like, whether it's a drum loop or something like that. Use something like that, just something to spice up the drums a little more. Because right now it seems like with this beat you're just focusing a lot on the synth parts, and even though that's okay, still you can't forget like the drums and the bass and anything else, and then the mixing, change ups and all that stuff. So, but for the drums, I would say it's secondary right now. I would focus on just making the melody smoother with what you had. Go with the synth strings, and I think you'd be good to go. All right, so next up we got hold on a second. We got I know this guy here. We got Iron Keys with She Feels Like Home. All right, let's check it out. All right. Okay, so we got Iron Keys with She Feels Like Home. So the first thing I noticed was the kick and the bass went very well together. So thumbs up on that. That's good. I really like the piano. It sounds dope. Everything just sounds very well mixed. And the thing is, though, I think that with the bass line was good because it wasn't just like it wasn't like a boring bass line. You had like some movement to it, right? You had some actual notes to it. So I think because your beat has like this like stop and go type of feel to it, you know what I mean? Like I think that the part where you have the string on the left where it just comes in just once, I thought for sure you're gonna repeat that, because I think that'd be so much better. Instead of just it should be like all the way, like repeat it, but then fade it out. You know what I mean? Not all the way through the beat, but just when you bring in the string part, have it like a few times because of that whole stop and go type of feel. If you have the strings like that, repeat and then fade out, I think it would just give it, like a little more movement or something like that. So, but still, I just think because of the sound of that string, I just think that it should be repeated like that. It just sounds so much nicer, I think. So that plus when you have the string on the right, so together, I think that would make a big difference. But for what you have, it's nice. Everything works, and it's a solid mix. All right, so next up we got Sean IllMuzik. Is that right? With Lakeview. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Sean IllMuzik with Lakeview. So this one, I really like the movement of the beat. Okay, it moves very well. It's got this funky feel to it. The bass line is very good. The guitar sounds really good in the mix. Okay, it's nice and clean and all that. It's the keys that you have all the way through, where I would just put like some sort of maybe like a high pass filter or something. Maybe just EQ'd a bit because it's kind of in that baseline range, like it's sort of making it muddy a bit on that low end and all that. And I think that if you added, like the guitar was a nice addition because it brings it in that high range, but I think that if you had like maybe like some sort of, like a minimal amount of piano, like a higher range piano to complement over those keys, like just bring it in here and there and something like that, just a little something, or if you want to keep it as is, like I said, just kind of bring up those keys a bit, because they're a little bit on the bass side, type of thing. So when you have the change up though, oh, and by the way, the hand clap with the reverb, very nice addition. But the second part, when you change it up, that sounds really nice. I didn't expect that at all. My only complaint with that though was that I think the bass line should have gone up a notch, because you're just going up into another key, it sounds. So I would just think that the bass line would go up with it. I could be wrong, but it just sounds like that. So it sounds like it should go that way. But for what you have though, no, it sounds very good. I really like the change up. Like I said, that was a nice addition to it. That was surprising, but like I said, the keys at the low end just have to be fixed just slightly, but yeah, no big deal, but still, it's a good beat. Like I said, good movement. All right, so next up, we've got the last beat. It's Skid Flow with Backpacks. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Skid Flow with Backpacks. I'm not sure what you're trying to do with this one, but I'm not sure if it's a problem with the mix with the drums or whatever, but if anything, you know what? Keep everything as is, and then just add some louder drums right down the middle. You know, something that has like something that's compressed well. You know, it just sounds, like just slams in the middle type of thing, right? If you do that with what you have, plus the drums that you have here in the background of those drums, I think that'd be a hell of a lot better, because I do like what you have, pan left and right. It does sound good. I just think that because of the way the drums are, it really takes away from the overall mix, So I think if your drums were, slamming down the middle, like I said, I think that would make a big difference, So again, no, I'm not sure if was there an issue with the drums down the middle. I'm not sure because it sounds like that. It sounds like the drums were kind of like in a different room or something like that. So let me know. I'm not sure what you're working with, what software you have and all that, but the drums, it was just kind of odd. I was wondering what was going on there, but if anything, you know what? If you want to keep it that way, do it, and then just add some drums right down the middle, and I think you'd be good to go. All right, so that's it. That's it for me. I'm Mr. Fade. This is Attack of the Beats. Keep sending your beats in. I'll keep reviewing them. And my favorite beat is, the winner is, drum roll please. Iron Keys with She Feels Like Home. Let's check it out.